I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is All The Mons. Today, I'm going to be back on the BDSP grind, as we've got the Elite Four to now take on. Up to this point, I have now automated Master Balls, and also automated all of the ways that we can increase the stats for our Mons, allowing us to build like competitive-like teams with ease. And so I think I have encompassed everything that is needed in order to defeat this Elite Four. For example, if I ever get stuck, let's say we can't defeat one, well, I have the ability to go out and find a Mon that might be able to help in my team and hopefully catch it a lot easier. And then once I've caught it, I am able to prepare its stats and make sure it's the strongest version of itself. Also, on top of all of that, I now have the ability to, well, Gigantamax and Dynamax. And of course, let's not forget, we also have the ability to Mega Evolve our Mons, which is still one of my favorite animations that take place here, because that's so cool. Now, also, I can't forget to mention you guys in the comments, because my goodness, have you guys been incredibly helpful throughout this series at explaining the intricacies of the Pokemon battling system, which I was never like super invested when I played the games. And I've got to say, I think I have learned more playing Cobblemon than I have ever learned by playing the actual games. And with that, I took a whole lot of pushback on my melodic build, and I have now changed things up. So our melodic is now holding Flame Orb, which I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do this, because it is going to hit me with a burn condition right off the start, but that is going to prop our Marvel scale and kind of the reason why we have it in the first place. And then as far as moves go, I did actually replace one of the moves. I replaced Coil, because yes, you guys were kind of correct. There's no reason for me to boost my attack stat. However, it does boost accuracy, which was supposed to be able to make hypnosis and stuff like that hit more accurately. But instead, this is going to get replaced with Scald for now. And I probably would go for Ice Beam, but unfortunately, I don't have the TM for that one. But you know, that actually reminds me, I should probably change up my farm a little bit. And I should have done this a long time ago, because I kind of want to receive a few fossils. And we can actually do this by swapping out our Mons, or swapping out a couple of our Zigzagoons, which we have some spaces available. I think because some of them might have drowned and fainted. But according to the Cobble Workers mod, we should be able to use some ground type Mons. And so long as we have like some gravel nearby, they should be able to work. For example, Graveler here. This is definitely a ground type Mon, and any ground type we should be able to send out. Now, with all of them sent out, if we take some gravel, for example, and we just place the gravel on the ground, what should happen is they will farm fossils from that gravel. I'm not even kidding. You can see them all kind of doing their things, and some of the materials that it says to put down is like rooted dirt, gravel, coarse dirt, and also mud. And also, if you can get it in here, regular dirt instead of the coarse dirt, but you got to make sure it's not next to grass, otherwise grass is going to grow in. And so there we go. Now we already have some things coming in, and look at that, a prism scale. I could have saved so many Feebas's lives. In just the time it took for me to place the dirt, we already have fossils coming in. There's a fossilized Drake, Dome Fossil, and also fossilized Dino. Bonus, if you hit U over these, it will pull up what they will turn into and what it actually takes to make some of these. And some of these, by the way, do require 2 fossils in order to produce, but it is pretty cool that you can actually see before you make them what you're actually going to get. Now, as of the time of me playing and in the latest patch notes, all of the Ender tanks that we used throughout the playthrough, well, they're going to have to be replaced with dimensional tanks, and that's because the Ender storage mod is getting removed. That also means if you use an Ender chest, that is also going to have to be replaced. But yes, Ender or dimensional tanks are quite easy to use. Instead of using color codes on the top, you just type in a frequency number and then set the frequency and then hit change. And this also has a mode down here to auto send into an inventory, much like the rotation of the dial in the front does. So this mod works just fine in the replacement, handles gases, handles everything else. I would say it's just not as cool looking. It's very, very gray, but I guess it does match the aesthetic of the entire base better. But yes, all of the Ender tanks that I had set up, I did go ahead and swap them all out for dimensional tanks. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at what we have left of the BDSP. So we need to take on the Elite Four, and our first opponent is going to be Aaron. Then we have Bertha. Then we have Flint and Lucian. And then after that, we take on champion Cynthia. But then after that is done, to be able to fully beat this, we do have to apparently wait for rematches to pop up. And so these are not something that we resummon, I do believe. These we are going to have to wait for them to spawn in the world. But now it's not just one rematch. We have to rematch them twice. And then this gets us up to level 88. And then something really confusing happens, as I don't know what is going to happen after that. You fight Cynthia again one last time, but she doesn't raise your level cap. Instead, it will finish the series, and then you can start a new one. But does that mean we are locked at level 88 until another series brings us higher? Or is our level just completely unlocked from that point because we've beat that series? And if we start a new series, and these are all questions that I kind of wonder, are we level capped on the new series? Like, I have no idea how that's going to function. So I guess we'll have to take on the Elite Four and finish this whole series out before we'll know. But I'm hoping that I can even get through the base Elite Four, let alone the rematches. Now, before I jump into battle, I did make sure that all of my Mons are basically ready to go. They are holding an item that is going to benefit them. For example, I would like to be able to remove a status effect like confusion, for example, if I ran outrage on my Salamence. Then we also have all of the move sets for each of the Mons, what I currently have set up at the moment. I did go through Corviknight and set up a much more defensive setup with Defog to be able to remove some status effects, and also Roost to be able to heal because we are a bit tankier with Corviknight. But yeah, I went through Melodic. Melodic's a whole lot better. We do have Flame Orb, and then also Salamence I did give a Life Orb for right now. It is going to cause some recoil, but maybe it'll make Salamence hit a bit harder. Now here's the fun thing. This is where I'm learning, and if I fail any of these Elite Four battles, I'll know in the future. And I'm assuming that just like any of the other battles that we've taken on, we get 2 items we can use, and they also get 2 items they can use in the midst of battle. So a really helpful item, I mean, is most likely going to be Max Revives. So I'm just making a few of them just in case. So now, without further ado, it's time to start our Elite Four journey. And my goodness, am I ready? Or at least I feel ready. So to start this off, we use some silver powder. This is going to summon in Aaron, and I hope Aaron is ready for this battle much like I am. And so let the battle commence with Aaron. Now, something I want to mention, I do have a power spot in the middle of the battlefield, which is kind of nice. Also, they have 5 Mons. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, we are a bit higher level than they are. Oh man. And we do have a bug type. Okay, so bug typing here. Let's just take a quick peek. Fire and flying is going to hit this pretty darn hard. Okay, I'm wondering if I should switch out here or if I should just run Dragon Dance, because I don't think that we're going to be affected all that bad by the bug typing, and I might be able to set up here with Salamence by utilizing that Dragon Dance and Outrage method. So let's Dragon Dance. Oh, they're switching out. Okay. Ooh, all right. I mean, they switched out to a ground type, but they get no bonus for the ground typing here. I don't understand that. Let's go ahead and we'll Dragon Dance again. I kind of want to see what they're planning on doing here. Okay, so they're trying to hit me with a poison. Okay, that I don't think that that's going to, or sorry, this is a dark type and poison type, not ground type. I was looking at their other thing. Okay, we'll do Dragon Dance one more time. I think the optimal method is to get at least 3 Dragon Dances. Ooh, that was really close. And then Earthquake. And then we have a setup for sweeping. And I think we should be good all across the board. Like, I think Earthquake might actually annihilate everything, even if... Actually, you know what? This would probably be a good time to potentially use Outrage. And now that we have the setup for Outrage, we can swipe through all of the Mons and then hopefully we don't have to worry about anything. Outrage is the only thing we can use for, I think, 3 turns. Oh, this is a wild sweep. Okay, so there was the confusion. So we only got 2 turns of Outrage. And we got hit with confusion, but we ate our berry, which is so powerful. And we avoid the confusion entirely. And then yet again, I'm going to hit another Outrage. which should last out through the rest of the Mons. That feels so powerful, but you have to get that, that dragon dance up. There we go. And so Aaron is completely gone. Oh, that is so good. I don't really know what to choose out of all of this here, but I'm just going to choose substitute for right now. That was fantastic. And you know what? I think it's time for you to leave the battlefield. Ha, a loser. Now that was fantastic, but I don't think it's going to work for every single trainer that we're going to battle in the Elite Four. Also, between battles, I can't forget to resupply that Lumberry. Now with Aaron out of the way, it's time for us to take on Bertha, I believe. But first, we definitely should max out the level of our Mons up to 59, which is now our new level cap. Taking a look at the item required for Bertha has me kind of concerned because this is a ground type item that is going to be required for this, and this boosts the power of ground type moves. I'm assuming that she is going to be ground related or rock types. And if you haven't noticed, I am flying type through most of my Mons, so this could get kind of interesting. With that information, I think it might be a good time for me to potentially swap out Corviknight just temporarily for Blastoise. Water typing is probably going to be a bit stronger here. And don't forget, I also do have Blastoise set up, and it's set up really well as a special attacker. After a little bit of prep work, I now have leftovers that I've given. By the way, an easy way for you to get leftovers is to eat apples. So in your backpack with your auto feed upgrade, just make sure that you're eating some apples, and over time, one will just appear in your inventory. It's actually a really nice way of getting leftovers. As far as moves go, we have some Rain Dance for some potential setup, and then Surf, which is going to be really, really powerful. Of course, we're boosted on our special attack under our EV, as you can see right here, and our HP. And then I don't think we're going to use Flash Cannon here, but we also have Hydro Pump, which I should probably use some PP ups for. And there we go. So I hope you're ready, Bertha, because we're putting in the item, and Bertha should now spawn any moment. Something I could also test out is by giving Blastoise some G-Max soup, which should allow it to get Gigantamax. I hope you're ready, Bertha, because things are about to get real. Oh my. This battle is about to get kind of wild, and I hope there's enough space in here for a Gigantamax Blastoise. All right, so let's get this battle started. Now, if I do Dynamax right from the start, we do have some moves that change, but I think I want to set up Rain Dance first and then potentially max up. That way we will end up getting some crazier effects here. So let's set up Rain Dance and hopefully we don't get wiped. I don't think we are going to get wiped, but just in case. I mean, this is also a water typing, and I don't think the Gigantamax is going to last all that long. But let's do this. G-Max Cannonade? Is that what it is? Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous looking. Oh boy. Yeah. Did that not do anything? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't, it does say is immune. This is where I should have had Earthquake, I think. The only thing I can do is still Spikes, which isn't going to really do all that much. This was actually a bad G-Max. I should not have set up here. I was actually not expecting them to have... Oh, I should not have done that. Yeah, because it's not going to last that long. So I am going to continue pushing here, and we are boosting defense, which is kind of nice. Overall, we'll flash this. The rain only lasts, by the way, 5 turns, so we are entering into the 6th turn, and the rain is now gone. Okay, thankfully our leftovers is helping a little bit. I do want to Rain Dance, I think, again, just to make the setup for the other Mons work. If anything, we do have... Oh! What? Okay. I mean, we'll just continue using Flash Cannon for now, and I'm going to weaken and weaken and weaken. Their special defense is really low. This one's going to be a bit more drawn out. I feel like this is it's one of those tankier Mons. Ooh, and we get hit with poison. That's not good. All right, that is going to definitely weaken our effect of our apple. Come on. Well, let me Flash Cannon. Come on. Okay. So now that that one is out of the way, I think things are going to be looking a little bit better. I was not expecting her team to be water and ground. This changes everything, actually. Water and ground. I mean, we could potentially switch over to Sceptile, but then I want to wait until our turns are finished. If I do run a Surf, are they immune to water type? I think it was only... Okay, yeah. So they're still affected. I think it was only first. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we may have to let Blastoise wipe. They've used their second item. Okay, so they're feeling it. They're definitely feeling the stress at the moment. But I still think Blastoise has got this, potentially. Okay, so this is weak to grass, is a rock type, but really weak to water. And we could continue using Surf. And we've got the speed advantage at the moment. Yeah, I think that was probably their strongest two Mons. Yeah, all right. So we did lose out, unfortunately, to the poison. But this is where Melodic comes into play. Melodic is going to be very nasty here. Because now we can hit them with Scald or Hydro Pump. Either one is going to be good. I think Scald, though. And yeah. And it also applied the burn, but was a complete knockout. Yes, and there's our status condition, because we are burned. Oh, I think this is her, like, primary Mon, isn't it? Are we going to wipe it with Scald? And we do have Sandstorm active. They are burned. That's good. Oh, yeah. We are annihilating them. They've already used their 2 moves. And beautiful. There's another win. 16 turns. I think the first Mon definitely took us a long time because it was just kind of holding out, being super defensive and tanky. But overall, pretty good battle. You know what? I think, Bertha, you did pretty good, but not good enough, Bertha. That was not good enough. So the after battle recap here. I think I learned my lesson here. I wasn't actually prepared for them to be ground water type. I was expecting them to just be like maybe pure rock, like a couple of them were. So the water typing definitely caught me off guard, but I'll be prepared next time for a rematch. Another thing is the G-maxing. It is... You got to use it very, very carefully, and it only lasts a couple of turns, and I did not use it effectively, I think. I probably should have held off, possibly switched to another Mon at that point, and then held off Blastoise until later on, and then I could have G-Max and swept maybe 2 Mons in a row. But I think that's what the first matches is all about. It's sort of about learning and understanding, here's what the Mons are, here's what the sets are, you know, have a good time, like sort of figuring out ways that you can conquer these challenges. With Bertha out of the way, it is now time to hit up Flint, and Flint is going to be utilizing a Firestone. And also, our level cap has now gone up, and we can now get to level 61. With the fire typing in mind, I almost wonder if just staying with what we currently have is going to work. Going with a Blastoise, then into Melodic sort of setup. I mean, I guess there is only one way to find out, and that is to get Flint spawned up in here, and, well... get this battle started. Oh boy. All right. Right off the bat, we're hit with Rapidash. And I mean, Blastoise, I do want to set up here with Rain Dance yet again. Unless we change out. Okay, so we end up getting some fighting typing, but that's fine. I mean, we're still going to hit him with Surf. I love how it does say possible KO. That hurt quite a bit. That definitely hurt quite a bit. Knocked its defense. Its speed definitely surpassed us, but man. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, so I think if we didn't have leftovers, this could have been a nasty setup for us. I'm going to hit him with a Surf yet again. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this should wipe, though. Like, regardless of the item that was used. That's completely fine. They used their one of two items. Then we have a normal type? Okay, so normal typing, we're probably going to be fine by using Surf yet again. Or we could just use Hydro Pump. 2 KO hit range, so this is saying like two hits to potentially KO? I wonder if I'm understanding that right. Their speed is way faster than Blastoise's. Yes, it is going to potentially be a 2-hit KO. That's completely fine. We're just going to spam Surf. Okay, so it's normal type out of the way. I was expecting all fire types, but that's completely fine. Okay, then we have a ghost flying type. Okay, interesting. So this might be a good time to switch to Toxtricity, unless Toxtricity has a weakness to this, which I don't think it does. It might be a good idea to switch to Toxtricity. I could be mistaken here, but I think we're fine. Okay, we do have choice specs, so I got to keep that in mind. Overdrive is a new move, by the way, that we did learn by leveling up, and I wanted to try this out. It should be better than Discharge, except that Discharge can apply a status effect, but the goal is to wipe here, wipe the other mon. And they switch out. This, not good. Okay, so that was just a complete waste there. But I guess it was my fault for switching out. Now, Steel typing is definitely going to be weak to fire and water typing. So we could switch to Charizard. I think that might be a good idea. Switching to Charizard and then hitting Charizard with a Mega potentially, unless they're going to keep swapping out, which I don't think would be a good idea. That hurt quite a bit, but we can Mega and then we'll fire. Okay, we'll Flare Blitz. So that way we'll get rid of our flying typing and go to dragon typing. Okay, that is good. Oh, that was a good play. That was a good play. Now we're back to fire. I think Dragon Claw would possibly be the best option here, or Earthquake. Probably Earthquake, actually. Yeah, because of its advantage. ×2. Nice. This is good. This is good. Okay, so we're back here again, and I think I'm just going to switch back to Toxtricity. Honestly. And try Overdrive, because this type matchup is a lot better. All right, let's see what that Overdrive looks like. Yep. Boop. We popped the balloon, and that is a wipe. A wipe for Flint. You know what? Better luck next time, as I'm probably going to see you again. But until then, goodbye. So far, so good. Now, we do have the Elite Four Flint that is now out of the way, level cap up to 63, but now we have to take on Lucian. And Lucian, its item is going to be Psychic Seed. And I'm wondering, is this going to mean a Psychic type up? Now, taking a look at the vulnerabilities of Psychic type, I mean, we do have Corviknight for some Dark type moves, but outside of that, we may be relying specifically on our same type advantage. Lucian's item is so strange. So Trainer Extender, Psychic, and we end up getting inside of a smithing table, the Psychic Seed. Now, I feel like we might be able to do another Salamence setup here where we could potentially push through with just an Outrage, like straight out. The issue with that idea is the potential of Fairy typing, which could deal some significant damage to me. So why keep you waiting? Let's go ahead and get this battle with Lucian over. Oh boy, I am kind of nervous though about the Psychic type, but man, that fit, that looks sick. Okay, come on, there we go. And of course, I'm hit with Mr. Mime right from the start. Oh man. Okay, so we do have a Fairy typing. I am kind of worried because I don't know what all moves it has. I am going to try and set up with Dragon Dance. Oh no. Am I going to be able to get enough? Dazing Gleam. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so I am not going to be able to set up because Mr. Mime is going to take me out quickly. you know what? I am in the midst of battle right here. Okay, so, what am I going to be able to do? I could hit Mime potentially with an Earthquake, or an Outrage at this current moment, but I don't know if it is going to deal much. That's a possible KO on an Earthquake. So I am going to outspeed Mr. Mime. Oh no, we've lost Salamence. Okay, so not going so good right off the start. Who should I go for though? We do have Toxtricity, but it'll lock me into a move. And then I'm thinking here, let's see, Steel type. I'm just gonna go Fire, and it does say one-hit KOs. Is it just telling me what is going to work? That's a kind of a neat feature in this. So I don't have to Mega or anything at the moment, but I probably should Mega, just to potentially increase our stats. And Flare Blitz. There we go. That's probably a good reason. So that when we get that stab damage. And I'm hoping that we're good. Okay, so that changed our typing quite a bit. Oh, and that was good. That was good. Okay, so Psychic type over here does not really bother me all that much, but I could be hit with like a Hypnosis or something like that. Let's see. Possible KO. Let's just keep getting that stab. Is this going to set up? Oh, that is so good. We are taking some significant damage here on our recoil, but we do have the ability to use a move or use an item, which I haven't really used. This is possible KO. Very unlikely. Possible. Oh my goodness. We are really rolling here. If I can knock out as many as possible, that would be... Oh, the speed. The speed was too good. The speed was too good. Okay, bug typing. I'm interested to see what I could potentially do. Coronite, we do have U-turn. And U-turn would be interesting because then it would flip to our next Mon after using the U-turn. I'm going to try this, but our speed, hopefully we can resist. Yes, we can resist because we're tanky. The U-turn was pretty good. And then we switch out to Toxtricity. And hopefully... Ooh, I switched out to a type disadvantage. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. This might one-hit KO us. Oh my goodness. That was bad on my part. I'll go with Melodic. I think we're good here. And then a Scald. Oh, man, that recovery item. See, we can still use a recovery item ourselves. So I could still do that. I just have to outlast just a little bit. So we hit it with a Scald again. I think we're good. Oh, we still didn't land a burn. And I don't think that they can use another move. So yes, okay. Melodic saved the day there. Okay, Bronzong. Fire typing and rock typing is its... Okay, fire typing. Our fire type is currently... You know what? This might be a good time to use that recover. To potentially get Charizard back in the battle. So I'm going to need a restore of a recovery, right? I think it's recovery. Cobblemon. Full restore. That's right. Max revive. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. And so we'll use this item to pull back into the fight Charizard. We are going to take some damage here. Oof. And then I think it'll be a swap out after I let Melodic potentially take itself out. I am going to try and put a Hypnosis on this. Okay, Hypnosis missed. It ran another Earthquake. I'm going to try one more Hypnosis. And hopefully we don't miss. Okay, and it's now asleep. We'll switch out. Hopefully it lasts long enough to allow us to get a move out. Oh my goodness. And so we can't change form, but we can knock it out. That was a heck of a play. And there we go. So very, very bad beginning, but because I wasn't really ready for there to be a fairy type at the start for Salamence. But we did good. We did good. Lucian, good battle. Handshake. Ha! Just kidding. Not shaking that hand. We've got better battles to go after. And that, my friends, was the last of the Elite Four. But now we have the champion Cynthia. Now, Cynthia's item is going to require a prism scale, which honestly, I have been told so many times that Cynthia is probably one of the scariest in this entire battling league. And so out of everyone, I am the most scared of this one. And prior to this, I have no idea what the Mons are going to be. So this may be our first actual wipeout, because I've been told that she is very powerful. But champion Cynthia is our next opponent and is going to be the champion. And hopefully we can take her place as champion. So without further ado, let the battle with Cynthia commence. I am going to try the Salamence setup, but it might fail. Okay, so, oh man. Okay, so thankfully we're both resistant here, or we both have weaknesses to fairy type moves. Spirit Tom doesn't have anything but fairy. Okay, so this would be a good time to try a Dragon Dance, see how badly we are going to be affected. I don't know if I'm going to be able to set up Salamence like I really want to. Ouch. Okay, I can maybe get one more Dragon Dance in, which would be good. Ooh, okay, so I've got that down, and I can try an Outrage. It's a possible KO move. Am I going to hit first? Okay, I do. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so we may have gotten this set up. I don't know if this is going to be perfect. Let's continue with Outrage. We can wipe out as many as possible. That's going to be so good. We did get confused, but now we used our berry. Okay, we will definitely use another Outrage, or should I go for... I should go for Earthquake here. I don't know. I really don't know here. Earthquake could possibly be a one hit. Oh, it definitely says it's a guaranteed one hit KO. But Lucario might outspeed us. It doesn't. Oh, this is great. Okay, Salamence is actually so good. Okay, if we run another Outrage train right now, we may be able to handle this. I am super nervous though. Am I gonna wipe with a setup Salamence? Oh, no way. Okay, so Melodic might actually be... Melodic might actually tank this Outrage. And doesn't. Oh, I am sweating so bad. Garchomp is probably the best Mon. Oh, Garchomp is going to be a wild, but it is Dragon typing. So if we can outspeed this Garchomp and we hit it, we will have a super effective move. And we're set up. Oh my goodness. And we just sweeped Cynthia's entire team with one of my favorite Pokemon, Salamence. No way. Sorry, Cynthia, but here at Rocket Labs, we're just too good for you. And thus, you have been dethroned, and you are gone. And that, my friends, was epic. And looky there, after completing that, we just got the ATM badge box. Very cool. I'm assuming this is meant to just showcase badges that we get from taking on the All The Mons dev team. I'm pretty excited for that. After defeating Cynthia, though, now all of our Mons levels can max out at a nice 69. Now, to bring our level even further and to finish this off, we are going to have to do rematches. And rematches, I'm assuming, is going to require me to have the trainer card on me and just simply wait for them to spawn. And when they spawn, our next trainer in the list should show up and have an arrow pointing to them. The problem with this is it could take a while. And it also mentions that you need to be in specific biomes for them to spawn. To see this, I'm assuming we right-click, click the check mark, and find our next trainer in the list. And it does say that we will be taking on Aaron. I do believe that's what the name is showing. Type normal, required trainer Cynthia, which we have taken on. But how do we see the biomes? Aha, here is the biomes. So it looks like most biomes they should be able to spawn in. Now, there is still a lot more for us to do. For example, Legendary Mons. Now that we've taken on the Elite Four, Legendary should be something that is going to be on our radar. The only problem is at the current point where I am at, the Pika Star is not available yet, and this I believe is supposed to be tied to legendaries in some form or fashion. So we'll see how that goes in the future, but as of right now, we still have to finish up the BDSP, and then I do want to take on some of the other cool challenges. That means taking on the All The Mons dev team. But that'll be something that we work on in the next few episodes. But today, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. With that being said, it's now time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going to go out to Juice Boyski. Thank you so much for your amazing support in choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so very much, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.